a magazine. That is cool. And as I also read Portuguese, this is actually very cool. Yeah. Hi there, YouTube. Mark Vergier here. Time for some ZXNext, ZX Spectrum Next. I've got the Kickstarter 2, but I've also got a new one. And this is a clone version that really looks the part of an original Spectrum, albeit in a slightly different color. Let's go take a look. Here is the system. It sports two built-in Atari style joysticks. You can plug in something like this, but also Mega Drive 3 or 6 button joysticks. It has an SD card on this side. Mine also came with a built-in Raspberry Pi, and there's an HDMI extension on the HDMI port, so that it's actually capable of using HDMI cables with a slightly larger cable. It has the expansion port. It basically is very much like an original Spectrum. It also has a VGA out, and oh, well, I actually forgot what is it. Oh, that actually is a port for adding a PS2 keyboard, an external PSD board. So VGA port for an external keyboard. So when you switch it on, you're met with the Spectrum Next operating system, and you get at first you get a sort of instruction warning information system. You can disable that. You can also put other cores on the system. It's an FPGA, but I choose to just use it as a Spectrum. And playing the Spectrum games with the keys, this is just a membrane that looks and feels very similar to the original. I believe this case can actually also be used for recreations with the original membrane, and also with a recreation motherboard. The Harlequin, I believe, also can fit in this. It just uses a membrane that is totally compatible. It does feel the part, and I really liked the red, just to have a difference from the original. So let's check out some games. Let's see if this works. This is this is a very weird solution with me actually propping up the cell phone on a little table. So let's check out some games and some demos. There's a few interesting sound capabilities that this system is capable of. NAS V8. There's also a mod player. Let me see, games. Next, so I've totally filled it up. Mod player. Let me see. Oh, let's. I think it's in apps and then audio. Next mod player. So you need to use the keys. Let me see. Arrow down. Mods. And what is a nice one? Caverns, I think. it's just capable of playing a 4-channel mod file. Now this is using a widescreen aspect ratio. It probably is also possible to do a 4:3, but I just happen to like this. I'm sorry about the reflection, but I just didn't feel like hooking up an HDMI video cable capture thingy because the HDMI out is a bit specific. Not all standalone capture cards, inline capture cards actually like it. So yeah, I've got a ton of these games. I've got classic games, classic 128 games, which is basically all the files that I could find. What I always loved was 1943. And with a lot of the games that if you run them for the first time, you actually get the choice of what type of mode you want to run it in. So this probably will, pressing space, and now I have to select the joystick. The ZXNext basically supports Kingston out of the box. So Kingston and then one player. So this is a very tough game. I like it. It has smooth scrolling, but it's a bit difficult to. Yeah, I'm using a very clicky joystick, so it's a bit difficult to see the enemy bullets. Also, the Terra Cresta game, for example, it's good that it's not a one hit, that you have basically some sort of shield thing. But yeah, this actually plays amazingly well. A large, smooth scrolling screen with nice porcelain graphics, blue and white. Now this has a ton of files. I better. It's like a couple of thousand files, so probably is best to just keep that limited. These are classic 16K games. Arcadia. I think this was a shooter. Oh, and here you have the select screen. So I select the 48K mode because that is most closely resembling the 16K. And a lot of these older games are keyboard only. And that's the reason why I actually chose to, this is horrible. This section, yeah, the beeper sound actually comes out of the television over HDMI. The reason for me to get this ZXNext with the original keyboard actually is to be able to, let me see, yeah, and playing the game with the keys just like this doesn't work, but if I put it on a table, I'm actually able to play these games with the real keys, which is actually very nice. Actually completes the experience. The ZXNext with the Spectrum 128 3+ type keyboard, it's not great for playing these games with the keys. So I opt to just have this also. So this is a different adventure than what I'm used to, but this makes great use of the Spectrum graphics. Just, you know, a single changed character level 1, I'm not sure. So this is basically some sort of scramble clone, but yeah, I'm not sure what the keys are. So single character scrolling, you see that with a lot of MSX games too. But it's the easiest way. Let me see what's another one that I played a lot back in the day. Chopper Attack, Cosmic Gorillas, Destroyer. Actually, for quite some time, a lot of the games actually ran within 16K, despite a lot of people actually already owning a 48K system. But that's actually, this is a Houston game, I believe. I'm sorry about my couch. I got a new couch and it really makes a lot of noise. Are you using Kennison joystick? Yes. So this is a game that actually, well, this is it seems similar to, well, it's like a reverse Jeff Minter game where you actually, oh, you have to avoid getting shot. Oh, that looks like a a Commodore 64 game. Really is fun. Okay, let's just walk up. Oh, I died again. Well, you know, let's press the NMI key, the interrupt key, yeah. Earth Defense. Oh, Farmer Horse. Is that a true horse game? I believe so. Horse goes skiing. I played that over at Irvin's, a lot of these horse games. Quintessential to this is just a simulation. Sadly, no graphics, but these type of games really were something to behold, because type-ins would actually have these type of games, simulations. Yeah, you really had to make your imagination work. Let me see. There's a ton of Frogger games. I find that using the TAP files, okay, so B is up, N is down, Z is Z. Oh, I would make different type of keys. I usually would. Yeah. I would not put the keys in a row. I would do A, Z, O, P, and space or something like that. I think it's best to just check out some of the newer games. Harrier Tech, that's a cool game. Didn't know it was 16. One, and I think it needs the keys, but it doesn't tell you. Yeah, so a lot of these early games, they use the keyboard. So let's go back. Classic 48K. Oh, Trashman. I think Trashman, is this a re-release? Let me see. Symbol. I should be able to scroll. Trashman. I played this a lot. Yeah, this is the original, I believe. And you basically are a person picking up the trash, walking in the backyards of people. And oh, it's still, let me see, key, constant joystick. Constant joystick. Oh, one would expect to be able to use the keyboard. So basically, yeah, and you really have to be very speedy. So you pick up the trash can by walking over it, and then you just walk, and you dump it. And then you put it back. The thing is that you really have to be very fast, well, almost, and not get run over by any cars. And the moment the trash truck leaves for the other position, you get notified that you're slow. And yeah, I'm always very slow. And then you get fired. So let me see. I think I've got some new games and some collections. Australian Games Collection, decent games. These are often very interesting. Storm Lord 2 Deliverance. So this actually has the enhanced sound. Well, this has great sprites, and because the graphics are so large, they basically avoid color clash. Whoops. By the visuals that are just so huge. And it's been a while, but yeah. Let me see if there's some other Netherworld, Stormlord, a different one. If you use a PS2 keyboard, you'll be able to press Cybernoid. That's nice. You can use F1 to do an NMI, and basically you get back to the menu. I'm not sure if there's a key on the membrane version that does the same. This is just tough as nails. Yeah, the aspect ratio is not what you want it to be, but yeah, just pixel perfect pixel perfect madness. It's just crazy. Synapse, oh, that's a cool shooter, also tough as nails. Very nice loading screen. Probably have to wait for the music to finish. lot of these games really are quite fast compared to the Commodore 64 version. Sorry about the clicky joystick, but that's what you get when playing ancient devices. As you can see, I've played this before. It's a very nice shooter. Ah! Yeah, the aspect ratio is throwing me off a bit, so I need to change that a bit. Sure. Oh, I'm actually not sure. Is this actually setting? Game mode is on. Not sure what frame rate it actually is. It feels a bit fast, but MCA. Let's try that again. You really need to use your diagonals in this shooter. And you have to be very quickly with the fire button. Ah, and then they shoot these blue little things. Well, you can at least see that I am somewhat familiar with this game, but I'm not playing it very well. I guess because I'm also keeping an eye on my cell phone. Oh, let's check out another. Oh, and this sound must be very annoying. The original Cybernoid, it's a bit easier. And comes to 5, 1. I think this is running fast. Let me see, tape loader, more. Tools, set clock. Oh, I'm not sure if there's a real-time clock in there. So enter to confirm. What day is it? The 14th. Like so. Oh, time. It's almost 6 o'clock. Something like this. Closer to that. Press enter to confirm. Curious. Let's turn it off and turn it back on. Oh, there's some extra cores. No, but I want to have the configuration menu. All video modes, yeah. Enter, selects mode, and skips to the next. and I'm not sure. This is not compatible. I'll skip to the next. I'll skip to the next. I'll skip to the next. It should default to 50 Hertz, right? Ah, it kept the time. That's actually very nice. There's a real-time clock in it as well. That's actually very, very nice. Extras, Gibson tester, RAM test. Oh, that's gonna take forever. Yeah, home, that's the new directory that you can actually put stuff in, and if you update it will not be corrupted or anything, so putting stuff in games is actually not the best thing to do. There's some new games. These are Czech games, complete old filter because of Rammstein. I've yet to familiarize myself with these newer games, but I'm actually quite interested in them. Let me see. Oh, these are the next specific games. Yeah, I've got a ton of games. This one. This one is great. This is a. You'll see what it is based on. Blaggers in Space. So let's see if I'm actually any good. Yeah. So you just destroy them and you build your rocket. Well, the good thing is that there is a bit of leeway. And now the TNT will arrive, and I have to make it explode in order to be able to go down, down a level. This is new because this actually are extra levels. And you have to collect the fuel. What? Oh, I'm dropping the... Okay, so let's go down. Ooh. Lovely graphics, great music. This really is a reinvention of a great game. I keep pressing down and fire, so leaving a TNT thing. Oh, not sure. And I don't want to drop into the water, so whoa. Yeah, I'm actually horrible, but let's see if I can fly away. Oh, yeah. Isn't this a cool game? So this, you know, the next games, just, yeah, it basically turns into an 8-bit, 16-bit type system, MSX2 type. It's actually very interesting to see what is actually possible. Another one is, let me see. This is the next mod player. I think, oh no, there's no mods. Let me see, what else? so many games that are actually quite fun. I believe this is a port of the arcade game. And I'm not sure if you're supposed to use, yeah, with my Competition Pro, I can't use the second fire button, so it may require some different configuration in order to fire down and fire ahead. Let me see. Warhawk. I believe this comes with the system. At least it came with my ZXNext. And this is a reimagination of a great shooter. It was one of the first games I actually saw on the ZXNext. I saw it at Replay, and I got a demonstration on how to program the graphics, and how to program the sprites, and how to program the network, and it was all just so, how do you say that? So intuitive. If you are used to programming the Spectrum, actually being able to use the enhanced features is actually very easy. Also, designing graphics is actually very easy. There's building tools in the OS. And this is just an amazing shooter with crazy attack patterns. So yeah, the Spectrum really gets a new lease of life if you look at how this works. There's also a way of the exploding fist. Which is actually quite tough. A lot of these games I actually bought. Some of them come on their own separate SD cards. You just plug them in the system and you boot from it. The OS comes included. Others are digital downloads. Yeah, and it's actually quite worth it supporting the creators of this new software. And a lot of software actually is free to use. It's freeware, open source. Quite a few of the games come with the source code included, so you'll be able to check it out. Let me see. Audio options, control. So this basically is the single button control. And this just looks like this looks like the Amiga version. I believe the low kick, you could actually win by doing the low kick, I believe. I'm not sure if that mechanic still is in there. It might actually be. Because actually that low kick ruined the game, because the opponent had very little defense against that. And true to form, the low kick still is present. So that's how you play with Exploding Fist. Lovely, amazing, amazing graphics. A very nice reimagination of the music. Ah. I remember on the C64, I was just totally blown away by how the graphics looked. Okay, it becomes a little more difficult because the opponent blocks more. So the AI actually has improved. Oh, lovely. Mount Fuji. These tough dudes are just fighting in the snow. Very nice, the Sakura. Quite reminiscent to the original graphics, only better. Ah, I lose perhaps. Now, this also reminds me of international karate. At some point there were a ton of great karate games out. Yeah, I got beaten. Game over. Isn't that cool? I just love it. So, how many letters can I use? Let's personalize it. I'm actually having a blast using this system. There's just something about using one of these old school joysticks. I mean, they sound incredible, but yeah, great, isn't it? What else? Oh yeah, the advanced lawnmower simulation. Yeah, this is actually quite interesting. So choose your lawnmower. Let's press the first one. I'm sorry, I'm afraid that the Campari grass mower is broken. So the Duff then. Oh, the Duff Turfomatic is also broken. Perhaps the Acme. It's broken. The other one. It's also broken. What about the Flymo? It's also broken. Something tells me that this game only has broken lawnmowers. Ah! Okay, any key to start. So let's see, I'm mowing like a boss. This actually is quite similar to the lawn that I have to mow for real. For your information, I'm only pressing the M key. I'm not letting go because I don't want it to break down. Yay, well mown. Well mown, Frère Jacques. Now, isn't that wonderful? Yeah, isn't it amazing? Okay, sense of humor. You really have to have a sense of humor. Let me see, what else? Alien Annihilation. Alien Neoplasm, actually that is a great game. It's a platformer, shooter platformer, and it just has amazing graphics, and it also has about the game. There's actually a version that plays on the older Spectrums. And yeah, this basically looks like you know, one of these great MSX2 games, you know. You really have to check out the spaceship without actually getting killed. Rise and shine, Lieutenant Smith. All systems are nominal and no failures have been detected. What happened? Why is the door locked? And where's the crew? You'll need to head into the cabin for details. Captain's command. Unlock the door, that's in order. Okay, so the door is unlocked. Actually, I need to go down. First aid. I think we go down. Deck 2. There's another key too. Oh. Oh, no. We need to find a key somewhere else. But the lighting effects, I mean, it's just amazing. Now, a lot of these games play, there you have the alien, play very well with just a single button joystick. Again, I need to find, then we have a new, you need to go to the cabin. What are you talking about? And what are those creatures aboard the ship? There's no need for concern. The situation's under control. Damn it, kill us. Lovely backstory. Do I have a gun? Looks like it, but I can't fire it. Okay, again, this may be a game configuration thing. Perhaps I need to read up on that. Battle tanks now was also a new attic attack on the next. Yeah. So this is quite zoomed in. And this actually has great music. Very high quality But this is very zoomed in, with a very nice smooth scrolling background. Yeah, I'm not sure what's up with that. Again, keys that I'm not familiar with, or you know, perhaps this joystick isn't the best to use, I'm not sure. Let me see. Games. Now, computer hits, Android 2. Now that's a classic. I've played it a ton. Let's see if that actually operates in Next +3 mode. This game also has a port on the Commodore 64. I played that the most, I guess. This may actually need 48K. Yeah, probably does, because it's an older game. Vortex, I believe, has made it. So if you want to have the menu system again, then you press symbol shift and enter, and you get the option to choose again. I could select 128K. Let's see what happens. Yeah, so +3 wasn't compatible. I have to press the J for joystick. Oh, it might still actually throw a spanner in the works. Yeah. So basically, this is a 48K one. Good thing is that this system actually is capable of, you know, using a ton of different versions of the Spectrum. I have a +3 and 48K instructions. Yeah, these are very nice instructions. I love the way the graphics work in this one. Very simple graphics. J for custom joystick interface. Any key to continue. Nope. So basically there's these caterpillars, 5 of them, that run around this maze, and you get to navigate it, and you have to destroy the caterpillars. The blue robots you can destroy, the red ones you can't. Yeah, and basically you get just a very little time to just, whoop. I'm not sure if it's possible to go down this dead end. So it does show you when there's a mine ahead, because not all mines are visible. And I just play this a ton. This is just such a brutal game. And I like the perspective, because it's possible to just walk. Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, and then you get destroyed. So it pays to just examine the patterns of the robots, the red robots, because you'll get owned by them. Whoops. Like that. And there's a lot of dead ends. Now, if you want to destroy one of these caterpillars, you have to get close, and they take a couple of shots, a couple of hits. And as you can see, I totally suck at it now because it's been a while. But this is one of the, this is just one of the great games, and it doesn't have any real color clashing, because they just have a very clever way of avoiding that. because they just, yeah, you just, the dominant character is just the character that sits in that direction. Cauldron also is a very nice game. Chucky Egg. Let's see if there's some other. Druid, also a great game. Harrier. Lunatic. Mega Apocalypse. Let's see if that actually works. That's a crazy game. Oh. Need to enter the, yeah, this is one of these disc games. They can have specific ways of accessing the hardware that doesn't work with Next. Often you can get the same game on in a different solution. Spin Dizzy, that's a game that I bought as well. It's very similar to Marble Madness. 128K. Yeah, I've got the Fire to Play. This is very similar to Marble Madness, and my tape actually had two versions of it. It had, on one side it had the Spectrum version, and on the other side had the Commodore 64 version, so you actually got two variants on the same tape, which is actually very interesting. I love the physics in this one. It's tough as nails, and yeah, it's just oh yeah, okay, go ahead a bit further there, and you have to get all the diamonds, the jewels. I only got one of 380. And of course it's possible to drop off if you're not careful enough. Now using one of these, oh yeah, you get killed. So yeah, great game. It's a very quiet game. Let me see, Uchimata, was it Riddler? Who Dares Wins. Also, that's another. It's a great. Commando clone. Kempston, Joystick Start, K. Yeah. Oh, we have to wait for the music to stop, I guess. Yeah, there it goes. So. This plays actually quite a fair bit faster than the Commodore 64 version. Again, very tough to see the enemy weapons, but yeah, a very fast, great commando clone. Some extra ammunition. I've played this before, as you can see. Getting your diagonals. And you have to kill all the opponents. Yeah, Outpost 1 captured. Yes, freed. And back in the day, a lot of these games that had multiple screens, be it flip screen like this or scrolling, it really, Starquake, I believe this was a very nice 3D game. I actually have this on tape as well. It's been a while. It was like, I remember it being a bit like Elite or something like that. Maybe mistaken. I believe it was Starquake. Bubble Bus. Oh, it's been a long time since I last saw that. Kempston joystick. Start game 0. No, this isn't. Yeah, this is not. Oh yeah, that was some great mechanic. Oh, very nice, colorful graphics. The colors were very reminiscent of the basic primary colors of the BBC and also the teletext service. And the Commodore 64 was more of a muted palette, pastel colors. Now I played both systems a lot. Yeah, I totally forgot. This is like a poor man's Paradroid or something like that. Yeah, it's Paradroid. I remember correctly. Overlord. Overlord also was a very nice game. No, it's no. Press any key. It's different. Joystick. B. Yeah, this is nice. 2 spectrums and have it. Oh, G to play. Nope. 3 Kempston. Keyword as set, so it's a 2-player game to the death. Yeah. Network gaming through the interface too. Actually quite interesting. Let's see. Druid. Druid also was a great game. Kempston. Basically, this is very similar to. Hey, it's not working. This is very similar to perhaps Gauntlet or something like that. I really need to weed out the non-working games actually, because Disk plus 3 Afterburner. I'm not sure most. Let me see. Most of these disk routines have been hacked. This is just amazing. The first time I saw this with these balls, you know, doing their animation. Still, it feels fast, I think. It still feels fast for some reason. It may default to 60 Hertz, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm curious. It feels a bit fast, so there may be a reason. Or these games were actually ridiculously fast back in the day. 10 Great Games, Volume 1. Avenger, Jack the Nipper, Crackout is cool. Let me see. Hopefully there's a 128K version. Gremlin graphics. This is basically it's rotated 90 degrees, but it's basically Breakout or one of these other paddleball games. 2 Kingston joystick. This is sadly the, but it does fit with music. So yeah, Breakout, Arkanoid, and this plays very nicely. I think I like this better because there's a fair bit of strategy involved, and it's not just you know, a Pong variant where you just have to be very careful not to miss the ball, and here there's a bit of strategy involved. So yeah, I like it a lot. The Commodore 64 version has great music, and I think that's the better version here. Monty on the Run, also a great classic title. Play the game. So yeah, you know, a lot of these games, these platform games, they are very similar. This is a bit easier. Well, he says when he instantly gets crushed. Yeah, pixel perfect platform jumping. There's ports on, I believe the Commodore 16, a C64, a lot of systems. Let me see, volume 2. Samurai. Auf Wiedersehen, Monty. And 3. Firelords. Fighter Pilot. Leaderboard Golf. Future Pilot, I'm not sure. Fighter Pilot. Space to select options. This is a simulation thing. Kempston 8. And a landing practice. Yeah, one of these flight simulator things. And what's actually very nice is that these type of games actually work best on the Spectrum, as the Z80 is capable of calculations that are needed for this type of software, and it can do so in it's much faster than a Commodore 64. Arcade classics. Blackson's Shark. Is it Fire Shark? Not sure. Could be. Let's see. It's not Fire Shark, is it? No. Let's press enter. Fire is Kempston. So it has a bit of a cybernoid vibe, I guess. But it's more of an exploratory. I love the graphics. But you can't shoot the other ship. I'm not sure. This may be a broken game, I'm not sure, but yeah, that's the thing. When you have a lot of old games, it's not always proper games. Boulder Dash collection. Boulder Dash collection full. This is actually something, the TZX game is actually something that the mini, what is it, the mini Raspberry Pi, the Z, or what is it, is used for, because it decodes and decrypts it, and then it transforms it into a WAV file, and that's loaded into the Spectrum through regular I/O. Now it takes a while for the load command to start, and I'm actually quite curious if this actually will work. Boulder Dash 1. I played that a lot. I didn't care much for the 2 and the other versions, or the construction kits. Most of the times I just played Boulder Dash 1. My brother actually, he didn't play as many video games as I. He's 2 years younger than me, but he played a ton of Boulder Dash, and he could just sit down and start to play, and basically play through the entire first set of levels, and then he could do the second and the third, and most of the time he just stopped because he grew tired of it, but he played through them all, and he has this weird memory that actually makes him capable of, oh yeah. Let me see if I press Shift Enter and I do 48K mode. Just load it into 48K. Let's see what works, because 128K might not work. I believe it's also possible to use the Wi-Fi with the Raspberry Pi Zero. Oh, that's the one. But configuring it, I still didn't manage to do that, because you can also use it as a modem of sorts. Now this actually would, at some point, move to the regular loading routine. Enter. Now I probably have to be patient, because after downloading it, it needs to convert it to WAV, and then it will load it, but it doesn't seem to do it. Again, you know, I just turned this on actually for the second time. So, oh, we could see Boulder Dash collection. We could see if the first one will actually work with the 48K mode. And there's this red border, which basically usually means that it didn't work, or I'm not patient enough. Curious. And the next one also doesn't work. I guess I have to get my Boulder Dash fix another way. Get on collection. Ghouls and Ghosts. Let Storm Strider, UN Squadron. Multi-Carga. This is a TZX. 128K. Let's see if the tape conversion actually works. So this is uploading. So it sort of converts the the WAV file or the audio file. It creates the WAV file for the Spectrum to load in. So this actually is the Raspberry Pi doing its thing. Tape loader. So this actually is supposed to work. Now perhaps I should be patient and there's a lead in or something like that. I'm not sure. The reason for me to actually have a Raspberry Pi Zero inserted into the as an option is actually to be able to use these TZX files. Yeah, doesn't seem to be doing anything, right? I tried it once. It may use some sort of temporary file. Let me see. That actually gets in the way. Let's get rid of this one. Erase. Yeah. Okay, and let's do it again, because it may actually be a temporary file that just gets destroyed or not overwritten properly or something like that. Yeah. The cool thing about getting an FPGA system like this is that it's a very solid implementation of a Spectrum, and it's very compatible, but there are some quirks and some things to get to know. Certain games might not work, others might work, I'm not sure, but yeah, I expect this to work, but it's not. Tape loader. Tape tester. Yeah, the keys. I'm not sure about the membrane keyboard when it comes to the 128K and stuff like that. So, and this one then. A 128K. It's uploading, and I did see after this I saw another message, and then it said something about a WAV file, and then it loaded. It might be that these TZX files aren't compatible or something like that, not sure. That is freaking weird. Now, I did upgrade the OS to a newer version. It may actually be that there's issues with this version of the OS and this particular version of the Spectrum Next might actually be a thing, not sure. Because I did try it before I upgraded the OS, so that actually may be a bit of a thing. Not sure if these are actually hardware specific. I should check it out. Maybe I need to put a slightly different ZX OS on there. that could be the case. Okay. Let me see. What is it? 40 Principales. The best games on the Spectrum. Arkanoid, Cauldron, Fist 1, Kung Fu Master. Oh, and then there's this whole selection of disc games. Nemesis the Warlock, No Name, Phantom, Pole Position, Saboteur, Uridium. Oh, let's see if that actually works. I just love Uridium. Oh, no way. And then 48K mode then. Yes, I'm going to search. Okay. This probably is, it's 1 hour and 14 minutes. Yeah, I'm just going to research because I may have destroyed the original setup that was on there, and it may actually be specific because I downloaded a generic version of the OS, and I may actually have to put on an original, an official one, because I think I just copied it from one of my Kickstarter too. Yeah, that actually may be a bit of a thing. Let's check out what actually needs this, what this system actually needs. I'll be back with another video soon.